I've been wing foiling now for a good 4 years. Tested all sorts of equipment and sizes and shapes and wings, stabilizers and boards. But one thing we've totally been neglecting, something that I also never really could wrap my brain around, felt the difference, are these guys. Blue or red pill, I really don't know. They come in 1 degrees and a half degrees shims, and I've been riding the same shim for the last 4 years, not ever really paying attention to it. But I thought, like, hey, you know what, why not after 4 years? I gotta be able to feel a difference, because in the first few videos that I did, I couldn't feel anything. So here's what we're gonna do today, something new. And I've been riding a half degree shim for all this time. Never thought about it, never figured it out, just that's what I put. Why did I put it? I don't know. It was just there. I don't know. So now I decided to throw all 4 shims underneath that stabilizer. That's gonna put me at a 4.5 degrees. And then we're gonna go ride this thing and we're gonna see if I find something out. And if I still don't find something out, well, then I guess all hope is lost. Okay, so interesting setup. As you guys can see, the screws weren't even long enough for me to screw that all in, so I took another screw, and you can see the little gap here. So that's of course very not good, but I don't give a shit right now. I just want to go try this out and really see if I find a difference. And that stabilizer probably is going to have massive drag with that gap there, but we're just going to try this out and see where I am arriving with this. And you guys are part of the journey. First conclusion with this setup: definitely very weird. In fact, it's not that windy out there. My setup, medium ML55 leaderboard, HA880, and one of the high-speed stabilizers. But yeah, it felt so weird, guys. It was like the board, it was almost like it didn't want to lift. So, but which kind of makes sense, of course, because with the steep angle now, I understand, just like a plane, this thing is pushing down on the front foil. So definitely not a good way to ride, just for the shits and giggles to find out. The screws and the gap there actually didn't come into play that much. Other than that, it was humming underneath me, but I thought it was gonna feel like dragging around an anchor, but it didn't feel all that draggy, at least not to me, you know. And I wasn't going that fast anyways, because it is really not all that windy today. Also, my mast position, by the way, is at an 8, so pretty lifty. But yeah, I was really like, wow, on that last ride, it was just like kind of like I had to kind of lift the thing with my feet out of the water, because it kind of kept pushing down. That's what it feels. Very, very weird feeling, sensation. Now we're doing 2 degrees, 2 red shims. Still looks kind of drastic there, but now the screws are fitting, and I'm really wondering what is going to happen now. Hopefully the wind will pick up again, and we'll try these 2 degrees now. Okay, the 2 degrees now definitely felt a whole lot different. I can tell I did not have that weird kind of downward pressure anymore. It still felt kind of weird, but I can't really wrap my brain around it. It just felt like, is it unstable? It's like, what's going on? It was just like the tail wasn't sitting as subtle in the water as I'm actually used to. So I'm just gonna go back to my blue pill half a degree shim. Seems to be a neutral thing for me, so I'm just gonna go back to that, go ride around, have some fun in the waves, and then really dig in one more time and compare all those 3 all together. Conclusion here, just to relive the experience here. So first, full on extreme 4.5 degree shims in the back, crazy. It feels really weird. The setup felt like all loopy. I couldn't really tell what and how it's going on. Then going down to 2 degrees, definitely more stable the whole thing felt, and just more like laying flatter in the water. It's weird. It's like I can't really describe what I experienced. It's really strange. It just felt like with the more degrees I had in the back, particularly in these extreme cases, it felt unstable. It felt like it didn't really want to lift. It was just off. I was like, screw this, I want to have some fun instead of going in and out. So I went back to my regular half degree shim, and that just felt the most comfortable. Setup just laid in the water like flat or most stable. I don't really know how to describe it. And overall, now, of course, now shim or not to shim, yeah, that's the question. And I know there's probably a lot of shim people watching here thinking like, yeah, I know, shim this, shim that. And like, to me, honestly, weekend warrior here, I can shim less and have enough fun. That half degree, I will continue to sail around with that and not screw around with this. Of course, there's people that spend a lot of time in the water, far more time than I do. Like, you know, like Oscar Johansson once told me, hey, he wished there was quarter-degree shims, you know. But guys like this, they spend probably 4, 5, 6 hours a day on the water. I spend on a good week 6 hours on the water. So shim, shmim, shpim, shmim, I don't really care. To me, that all really doesn't matter. What matters is that we see you guys in the next video.